Three, two, one. Hey, everybody, it's your old buddy, Bad Robot, and here we are at, um, we're going to do something really different today, and we have a great special guest, an amazing special guest that we're really excited about getting here. But we are going to do a level 0 game. But the one thing that is not zero about this game is my host to the east. That is...
Got a 69 Panzer with a 396. Oh, hey, Robot, how you doing?
Hey.
Yeah, outpost number 31 here and racing in the back streets of New Jersey. You know, and these back streets here at Tank Off have been really chewed up. The floods, the damage tanks. I would really like to talk to somebody about conditions here. You know, you never get in touch with these guys in charge. Oh, wait, what's that? What'd you say? Oh my goodness, you got to be kidding me. Just the guy we wanted to talk to, joining us from his busy world. Thank you so much for showing up today. The one and the only Shade.
Woohoo! Yes, I have made it. I've heard this as this has been going on as a tradition for 2 years, and I don't know how I've missed it so many years. Probably because I'm usually asleep right now, but or during whenever you do it, and I am so fortunate this time around because it is so dang hot during the day lately, and we don't have AC up here because they don't think you need AC way up here near Seattle. And but with global warming, though, it is getting pretty hot. So I've been working through the night, and I'm like nearing the end of my night, I guess you could say. The temperature is still okay.
Yeah.
At 8 a.m. for me right now.
Very happy that you're able to work it out as we play. We can, you know, if you yeah, we'll ask you how much, you know, you're comfortable sharing the incredible efforts that have been going on to keep the game running.
Oh my gosh.
We'll discuss all of that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, well, you want to set a room there, Vinny Barbarino?
I will. All right. Hey, up your nose with a rubber hose, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think this is? Okay, let's get a new room. Create new room. Military base, max level 0, we said, right?
Yep.
Okay, saved by 0. Choose your attributes wisely. Choose them wisely. I have to consider that as I'm speaking. Yes. Okay. All right. That's what I'm rocking with. Okay. I am going in the room now.
Yep.
Mute my computer.
Okay,
Here, sitting at my spot in the red base.
Oh. We are in.
Right. Are you in, Shade?
Okay, so do I need to play?
You don't
need to play. If you just want to talk, that's fine. If you're in the room, we just want to know who you are. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not in that room yet. But yeah, I can get in there.
Are you can just talk? Yeah.
Yeah, you can absolutely just talk here, and we can.
No problem.
We're gonna go to a new room in 2 games anyway, so that'll be fine.
Woohoo! I finally get to shoot STB down. Yeah. And
so it's Metal Mayhem here. We are trying something new with level 0 tanks. Everybody's a level 0. You'll see all the different tanks. Bad Robot and myself, we are being joined today by Shade. He will be in and out of the games, it sounds like, depending on if he can get in. And but definitely will be chatting with us. We are very pleased to have him join us. First time ever. So much to talk about. I don't even know where to start. It's been a long stretch. How did you get involved in gaming? I'd like to start with that. Like, this is your career, this is your passion. How did you get into this? Can you hear me?
Okay, sorry. I was actually trying to get into the game. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you. I wasn't sure if
Okay,
anybody
good.
could hear me.
Oh, the room is full, so yeah, there's my excuses.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be at the lobby. Yeah, how did I get in to the industry? Well, you know what? It started with well, on my Commodore 64. Uh, I
Oh.
just I figured out how to. My friend was like, "Hey, this is gonna blow your mind. Look," and he showed me how to have an input, ask for my name, and then it said, "Oh, well, good morning, Shade," or my name was Steve back then, and that just freaking blew my mind because it was the only TV in the world that knew my name. I was like, "Well, how did the TV screen know my name? This is insane," and I've been hooked ever since. So, but I really got involved once. I guess like around the time that Halo and the Xbox came out, and I was just blown away by those games, and those influenced me greatly, especially Halo. There's Halo element all over the place. Basically, the way the vehicles move, so like dynamically and with this amount of versatility.
Physics in it or physics in it are
Yeah,
accurate. I've never played Halo, but I've heard of it. Yeah.
yeah, it has this kind of fun, bouncy, like let's just like where you feel like the vehicles are heavy, but you can also get around. You can almost just say, "I want to try to get over there or on that roof or something," and you just about
Right.
be able to do it. And that just blew my mind, and I've just been inspired by that kind of gameplay ever since.
Do you have a physics background as well? A computer background?
Yeah, but self-taught. Gosh, I've been around so long, it was hard to even find like, oh, gee, where do I learn how to do this stuff? Because
Right,
I started
right.
when I was 8. So yeah, that Commodore 64 story. I was 8 years old, and was just fascinated with it. I learned programming back then by buying magazines that had in the backs code that you could type into your computer and you could then run it. And ended up being the way that games were distributed way back at the beginning because putting it on a magazine like a floppy disk, they started doing that
Right.
later. But, at the beginning, it was just, no, here's the code. You gotta like type it in yourself, and you can play this game.
Wow.
So
So a
yeah,
different way to share. It's the early days of shareware, I guess, right?
yeah, and yeah, so it was very hands-on, and but I was just always interested in how the darn things worked more than anything else. That fascinated me. So here I am, still fascinated with that, even though it is stressful at times. It's
Well,
still
it's
worth
been
it, though.
stressful certainly the last couple of weeks, month or so now, almost.
Oh yeah, it's
What
been a hell.
exactly happened? I don't know if you
Oh
can explain in
gosh,
quickly, in
well,
a summary,
geez,
what was
the
going
whole
on.
yeah, the whole economy is just like changing really quick, and with respect to gaming, I think it's gonna come around though again. It's just that uh, I feel like this pandemic hit, and then people
Oh, I
were
got kicked out of the room.
the only oh what oh the only thing that people could do was play games during the pandemic for like 2 years. So then
Yeah.
everyone got tired of playing games, or not everybody, obviously, but enough that then the market sort of dipped for a bit, and so gosh, getting any kind of like work in tech or in programming and gaming, game licensing and stuff has just been a lot more difficult. But I look at it as that it's time to adapt and change. Kind of like, gosh, that's a whole other discussion. But
Yeah.
I try to adapt to changing tastes and stuff like that. Obviously, AI is like a really big thing lately, and I've been keeping up with that, and like try to figure out how that could be utilized uh, in games. It has obvious use cases for characters, so we've been doing a lot of work with characters, which is different from what I've been
Then
doing
tanks and
mostly.
stuff, right?
Characters,
Yeah.
vehicles, but I do have interest in games that tell a story, establish a world. World building is probably my favorite thing involved in games and game
I
development.
just saw something online. The guy, somebody in England, I think it was, has been playing the same game of Dungeons and Dragons for 40 years. That definitely has characters in it, correct?
Yeah. Oh man, that's I remember that as well from fourth grade. About what I got into Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, those are role-playing games. They call them. Then games that had lots and lots of players that were role-playing based were called MMORPGs, massive multiplayer online role-playing games like World of Warcraft, and of course
Yeah,
the
I've heard of that.
World of Tanks or something like that. I think they
Yes.
just the is definitely a nod to that.
Yeah, my nephew's, well, my nephew played, I think he still does play Dungeons and Dragons. He has the whole
Okay.
setup downstairs. You know, he's got the table and the pieces. And I never understood. I could never follow that stuff. But
We're
Well, there's a little
switching.
bit of that element in the games that I make where you actually
oh,
have a leveling up aspect to it, and you can kind of pick your character is of course a tank at the beginning, but the leveling up and the setting of attributes is very D&D based
okay.
spirit. So there is some element there.
All
Okay.
right, robot. I got you. I'm setting up a new room.
Yep.
We got. I don't know. There's some lag going on or something
Oh
apparently.
no!
Yeah.
No.
But we're good.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
what was happening? Was it like you were making shots and they weren't registering, or
I don't know.
what?
Somebody was complaining about it. I got booted out, but I don't know what the issue
Oh
was
damn!
for anybody else.
Yeah.
But we're
Okay.
back.
We're in. Join us
All
if
right.
you
Yeah. Let
can.
me know.
We're in, so you got to jump in kind of quick. People, these rooms fill up fast.
Yeah, I think there's room on the red team. I don't know why there's 8 guys on blue and only 4 on red. It's for all level zeros.
Yeah, it's
What's up?
same
It's
teams.
interesting.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah.
My friend just
Interesting.
dropped in. Well, I see 4 red, 4 blue. Wait, 5. Oh, 6, 7 blue now. Okay,
Oh,
so that's the automatic assignment, I guess. But it's a good point that. Oh, you know what? I think it's not reading what level you forced yourself into, but rather what level you normally are.
ah,
Oh, okay.
And so
interesting.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's something that I should fix. Obviously, yeah, everyone's level 0 here.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, we've never tried this before, so we're trying two new things today, having you on as our guest and a level 0. And the reason we decided to do this was because when the game went down and then came back up, as you recall, you were only able to access it as a guest and have a level 0 account.
Oh,
And
wild.
nothing,
Okay.
nothing would get saved. You could level up during the game. I got up to level 5 one day at one point, but you couldn't. Once you logged out, that progress was lost. But when we played the games with a bunch of level 0 T90s, because that's the only tank you can have, we all had a blast. It was pure defense the whole time. So we had a lot of fun. So we were getting ready to do a level 0 game, even though we knew the game wasn't fully up yet. We thought it would be fun to have a mayhem with just those conditions, and then that's when it crashed again. And so now this is our finally back, the welcome back.
Yeah, man, we'll keep the games running no matter what. It was just a bit of some uncertainty there because, like, the the server literally like the first came around. I thought they were going to give me a little more time to pull the money together, but they were like, just no more server view. So like,
What is
yeah.
a server? I don't understand
Oh
any of this
yeah.
stuff. What is a
That
server?
Yeah, well, he carries the dishes and sets the table. No, just kidding. That's
Ah,
a different
those
server.
guys.
This one, he's like, he delivers the messages. So he's more like a message than a table setter. So it's, like you're shooting your tank, ball cannons, and so there's all this information about like what angular and linear velocity at like about every a quarter of a second, and that gets sent to a computer that then kind of then broadcasts that information to all the other players. That's in the simplest sense what it is.
So it's essentially, well, not essentially, but it's a common location for all the data to go to and then be sent
Yeah,
out from the
it
mothership, so to
broadcasts. Yeah,
speak, to all the little sister ships, baby ships, the players. Okay, and now
yeah.
that's the location of that can change. Is that correct? Like sometimes it could be in Seattle, or you could have a
It
server
could be.
anywhere, I guess, correct?
So one of the challenges there is if your game doesn't get more than like 50 players at a time online, that's really tough to achieve. We've only achieved that on a few times in history, consistently. Although I guess Air Wars and maybe Tank Off when it was front paged. I'd say when we're front page, we can get up to maybe 50 concurrent players. If we have that, then we can justify having the server be ping based. So if you got a lot of people in Australia, then they can connect to other Australians, and then the ping rate, the ping means how much time it takes for a round trip to the server. If your ping is like more than a second, then it's hard to compensate for that and to give you a feeling of, yeah, it gets sluggish if stuff is lasting.
Yeah. Well, I noticed when I had the my MacBook for this, which you and I discussed the keyboard damage a long time ago. That was, part of the keyboard getting damaged was due to my frustration at not being able to do things as quickly as everybody else. Now, I don't know if that wasn't necessarily ping. My ping's always been pretty. Right now, it's 24 on my new Dell, but it was always pretty good. The ping was never the issue. The FPS was a big issue on the Mac. I'd have in the 30s. Now it's 66 to 80 most days. It's pretty solid. So, but none of that is necessarily related to the server. Is that correct? Like my particular Mac issues, the slowness on a Mac wasn't necessarily due to.
That would be different. It would be the speed of your internet connection would be the only thing that would relate with the server. Like if your internet happens to be slow or the server is just really far away, like ours is in the United States. And I'd like to change that if we can get on the front page of Crazy Games again, which I think we could do. That's been the whole point here, and it's been great to learn how important the games are to all us Martians here. That's had a profound effect on my sense of relating to the games.
The community, how big it is.
It is very important, and I can understand that. I'm a gamer myself. There are games that I've cared about very deeply, and it really has to do with when it's multiplayer, the communities that the games bring about. And we've been fortunate to collect such a great community that has been so dedicated for so many years. Gosh, it's been like 20 years. Like close 15, it seems.
That's the thing that I like so much about this, is the community. It's a Robot and I speak about this quite a lot. Meeting all these guys few girls from all over the place. I just find that fascinating. We played with STB and Matt. They were our guests. Look at this game score.
Yeah.
1-1
kills.
with 88 kills and 70 kills.
That's a lot of kills.
Sorry.
I noticed a lot of base protection happening here. Maybe because I'm
Oh,
looking at Bad Robot right now.
well,
And,
that's robot style. That's my style. I
that's
like
big.
to protect.
I feel
I'm a
like
defender.
this is a defend the base mode. It seems here.
Yes.
Okay.
So we had Matt and STB on as our guest. STB's from Pakistan, and Matt's from the Netherlands. So we had us two guys here from the United States. We two guys, Robot and myself, and then we had a guy from Pakistan and somebody from the Netherlands on. We're talking to him live while we're, sharing the action of this game. That's what brought us together from really all the way
Wow.
around the world. So
Yeah.
that's the part that I find so cool about it. And they're kids. These are, STB and Matt are younger guys. Robot and I are handsome devils, but we're not that young anymore.
Yeah.
Here.
Strong and handsome.
We got them
Yeah.
beat. We got them beat in the handsome department, but they got us licked on age right now.
Well, I was pretty young and strapping when I started coding Tank Off, but gosh, it's been like a decade or something at this point. So, quite a lot of
So
time.
now, was it Air Wars was first? Motor Wars was first? Which one was first? I don't remember.
Yeah, Motor Wars was the first game that I noticed could actually start paying bills and stuff. So I was like, oh, now I can finally pause some of my day job work and focus 100%. And then that did better and better, mainly because of the web player at that time. There was a Unity web player that gave nearly perfect performance because it didn't have to go through all these checks and balances, I guess, with the browser. It was like a direct native speed thing, and unfortunately it had a lot of left a lot of vulnerabilities for hacks and weird stuff. So they had to stop all of those types of plugins, those that got into the native direct connection with your CPU and GPU. And so then it was WebGL was all we had, even to this
Yes,
day.
I remember seeing that.
Takeoff is still running WebGL, although you can download the native version. And the WebGL has gotten better and better, and actually more recently there is WebGPU, which is the closest thing to recovery of the glory days. And so Crazy Games has been begging me release these games in WebGPU, and I've just been very difficult to find the time to do that. But I'm now with the player support, community support here is helping me to afford the time to do so. Now, of course, we got caught up in a lot of server migration stuff in the last 2 weeks, I guess, where it's because we shut down the old server, which is running old things, and the code is like 1,000 lines of code, thousands that were written in this old PHP, this PHP 6 or 7, and it actually changed quite a bit, as it turns out. I thought it was going to be easy, and it's just continuously lots of problems, even with Joaquinta. I don't know how anyone pronounces his name, but I call him JJ.
Oh, yeah. JJ. Sassafras?
Yeah, Sassafras. Which I used to joke with him about that because, sassafras is also a name for a drug that's kind of like ecstasy. I made fun of him for that.
Well, you got to be on drugs to play this game, so that's okay.
Yeah. And I said, why did you pick sassafras? Said, oh, because I like root beer. It's like you like drinking root beer when you're high, and no, it's something you can put in root beer. So it's just something that happens to have two different definitions. But
Gotcha.
I come from video games, so you know we know a little more, a little less about root beer, a little more about the.
Root beer, yes, the drink of Snoopy.
I do like root beer.
Can't go wrong with root beer. Definitely not.
Oh, I see.
So we have
got that.
another 1-1 game going on here in the world of noobs. Level 0 all day here on Metal Mayhem.
Yeah.
I have no idea who's who. I do see guys' names. I'm sorry we've been busy chatting with Shade, our special guest today. Haven't really given you the play-by-play action. I have noticed that there's somebody named Holy Priest Bob. I'm wondering if that's a reference to Judas Priest. I can't remember the guy's last name, but they had a lead singer by the name of Rob. So I'm wondering if that's a tribute to him.
I
You
think
got
that's
another
Fury.
coming here. Is that Fury?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Holy
Plays
Priest
like
Bob.
him.
Okay, Lambo, Dr. Agony, I don't know what that is. STB, Noob 9918, no idea. Panther is here. Panther's a level 200 plus guy. Robots on blue with war tanks, the youngster from France. Zonky is here. Zonk.
Yeah.
I forgot where Zonk's from. Germany? I forget.
Don't know.
We made up a world map, Shade. I don't know if you saw that. I put it on the promo video.
Oh yeah, I did. That was so cool. Yeah, you got like the whole gang spread all across the whole planet.
Yeah, to see where everybody's at, see how far reaching the game is, which I thought was really cool. Again, going back to what we talked about before, the wide reaching appeal of the game, how it can bring people together. So I guess that's really one of the things that draws you to doing the games, is seeing those sort of. Did you imagine it would be popular, this popular?
Never. It surprises me to this day. I'm like, wow, wow, there's a nation. There's a lot of players like new to come together and deal with being level. Okay, and that's a lot of coordination for game by release like 10 years ago. It baffles me, but I want to be honored by it, and my very best to be respectful to the honor that it is. So yeah.
The other question that I know a lot of people have been worried about, especially our friend in England, Think Tank, is how in the heck did you ever survive that ordeal with Vampenstein?
Yeah, when I was tied up in one of those buildings over there, bad robot there, and I was like trying to get out, but they kept asking questions. I wasn't giving them enough answers. Finally, someone got me out. I forget. I have to watch the movie again. But I think it turned out okay.
Until Vampenstein turns, we're on guard for that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Switch
is that
room?
kind of silly? I'm sorry, go ahead,
Room
robot.
switch.
Room switch, yeah, room switch. As if anybody's paying attention to the games,
I
but we'll
know.
switch anyway. Yeah.
Okay, we got
Yeah.
5 seconds
All right,
now
so
we're
I'll set
out.
up.
on my screen.
All
Okay.
right, I'll set up a new room.
Oh, Bug's here. Good.
Bugs here. All right, max level 0, military base.
D3's here.
This-
Zonks.
Nico's confused. You have high levels. Why play with 0?
Yeah, well, he's always confused.
I'll
It
need that.
feels
Need more
weird.
Takes me years.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Room is beginning. Uh-oh. There we go. All right. Room has opened.
Okay. I'm gonna actually switch tanks. Gonna go back to the old days. The Tiger.
He's going to the Tiger.
Yeah.
And I got robot on my side. There we go. All right. Red base will be impenetrable now.
Oh, Icky's here. Good deal. STB.
Oh.
Bug,
Nice.
you got in. Nice. Okay.
Nice. Big crowd. Big crowd. Andrew's on vacation this week. Otherwise, he would have been here. I am sure. Hopefully, he'll listen to a little bit. I don't know if Tankenstein was able to get up this early out in Australia, and I don't know if Think Tank was able to make it either. I think he was going to try, but he's still a working man too. It's an odd. Well, it is a little bit later in the day out there. Early here. This is an unusually early start for us. Oh yeah, I got STB. Sorry, STB. Had to do it, man.
I gotta remember, shoot blue tanks now. I can't.
Yeah.
I watched STB go.
Uh-oh, I got booted.
Oh,
I got
no.
booted. I
Get back
knew
in
it. I knew
fast.
it. It
Get
was
back in fast.
yeah, it was getting funny in there. I'm getting a little.
The server boot you. It could be because of the distance. So I wish that ping option where you can kind of figure out what realm to choose based on the server response.
Yeah. Yeah, there's. Oh, let's see, man. It is. Oh, there we go. There's my opening. Oops. Oh, nope. I have no attributes. I didn't load up with anything, but I'm in the room, so
You're in blue.
I'm playing with nothing.
Yeah.
I have nothing. I have nothing on my tank.
Back to the old.
I got in the room.
days.
I am a true level 0. I mean, like 0. I have no attribute. I punched in so quickly I didn't click on any of the dollars worth of upgrades.
Tens of dollars, I tell you, tens of dollars.
And I'm booted again. Ouch.
Oh, dang.
What
See,
is
it was
this?
sort of designed for 4 versus 4, and not quite as active. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of action going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of. They're all in room 7154.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 guys in room 7154.
11.
All right, so this is what I'll do. I'll come in as a guest. See if I can get in as a true level 0. All right, and let's see. No, I still can't get in, but I'll wait. And you guys can describe what's happening.
Well, 5345 is coming in on the attack and has blown me up. A level 0 blew me up. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it. He's a
The
hacker.
humbling. Yeah, he's clearly a low-life cheating hacker.
Low life. Report him to you, twat.
Got him.
This is the. I'm sure you must be getting sick, and Sassafras too, of all these complaints about the hackers and the whinings. I'm not going to call out names here. We're not about that. We're not about it. But we all know who we're talking about. Is this a common thing in all games? Is that what goes on?
Man, everybody gets blamed for being a hacker the minute that they are better. So, yeah, it's all over the place.
Interesting. I never heard that when I had my little Atari Pong set back in the 1970s.
Yeah.
If somebody beat me, I mean, it's kind of hard to say he cheated. The game is brand new. There's never been anything like it before. You sort of just accepted that you weren't that good. And you had to get better. But now it's evolved to they have to be cheating to beat me. Somewhere there's been a societal disconnect.
Spacio says I was out doing something for my pets, causing trouble. Okay.
Why are you doing that, Spacio? Yeah, that's Matt. No, is Matt Spacio? I forget.
It's interesting how every map I've ever made, players will figure out how to get out and how to get out of the boundary that is meant to keep them in. And then they'll actually come up with games on their own that will happen beyond the boundary, whether
The
it's
outside.
racing or something else.
Well, you shored up everything, I thought, on the military base, right? The bombs away exits have been closed, but every once in a while people do get out. I don't know how they do it either. I've tried. For a little contest, we jump over the corners of things, get up on towers, try and jump out, figuring that might escape the boundary, but no.
And
Jumping
heck, I
over the
wouldn't
corners.
mind it, but there's sometimes someone just continuously shooting, like into the base.
That's bombs away.
Until far out in the yonder.
That was bombs.
Yep.
Or in
Cool.
Motor Wars, they get under the ground, shoot from underground.
Oh yeah.
Well, I just found out recently, like within this year, that you can shoot through the roof. If somebody's up on the roof by the blue and the red base,
there
you
you
can
go.
do damage to them.
Well, that's kind of
in
realistic.
certain spots. Sure.
If you knew someone above you, if you're in a tank and it's just a roof after all, so you ought to be doing some damage.
All right. So how come then you can drive through a fence, you can jump over the fence, but you can't crash the fence down? See, that's where the inconsistencies show up. And those boxes, those darn boxes, they are everywhere. Right when you need to make a turn, one of them jumps up and gets you.
I would have liked to have more destructible stuff going on. We experimented with that with Motor Wars. There was a lot of stuff you could knock over and stuff.
Cool.
But it's interesting. It ends up being where that the players argue that like one side is more advantaged than another because of this junk and heaps of junk that
debris in the way.
One of the most interesting things to me is how the Martian games sort of became more like esport rather than so not as much casual games as kind of an esport that a community would over the years start to take seriously. That didn't occur to me until I saw it happening, and then I'm like, okay, I better accommodate that. Like I try to make some of the maps actually symmetrical. I believe we had that in Tank Off for a while. There was a symmetry map, but I had to like reduce how many different kinds of maps there were for a few different reasons. One of them being the WebGL limitation. We had to like bring it way down. But
that's why the Bayou had to go.
We could have the Bayou come back and maybe make some fixes to it. I know Fury didn't. He was furious about some of the lamp posts.
Yeah. Hey,
they would just destroy you. If you go at like 300 miles an hour, a lamp post will just knock you dead.
We need a new room.
I'm trying to set up a room, Robot. You want me to do that?
Yep, go ahead.
All right. I'm feeling I might get booted out again. I don't know.
Well,
it's a little. We'll find out. I'm
in
for now.
It's good for me to know. I should do more stress testing and stuff on this.
My ping is 2750. No wonder I'm getting booted. Where did that come from?
The reason. If it gets up around 4, the very instant it gets into, I think it's 4 seconds or 5 seconds, then it'll kick you. And the reason that be happening is just there's so much happening in the room. So
there's so many players,
The internet, it's trying to like capture all this information, and sometimes it might get hitched a little bit and then come in a flood, and then your computer's trying to process all that, and while it's doing that, it gets behind and can't gobble in more data, and then gives up.
Oh man, it's like having spaghetti dinner with the relatives. They're just stuffing that pasta down faster than they can eat it. Yeah.
I really need to optimize it. I'll it's in my long list of to-dos.
There you go. Ooh, 5,000 for a second. Easy. Yeah, so I never noticed that before, but that's exactly what it is. It's the ping is sky high.
Yeah.
Well, Lambo, it was just for a second. 5522.
Your ping was 5522.
Yeah, it was.
That's nuts. Oh man, guys, ours is 117. I got Jenny in there now. Well, which dude? Dang. Oh yeah, Jenny.
Jenny's playing? Is that
Yeah.
Molly?
She
Jenny?
got
No,
one
Jenny.
kill. Trying to get a flag.
Welcome, Jenny. Welcome, Jenny. Has she ever played? Has she played? Robot, you
Yep, she gets
had
a chance.
conversation with Jenny, right?
I don't remember ever doing so, but
Or is that Molly I'm thinking of?
yeah, that's
yeah,
Molly.
Candy, she called herself.
Molly, okay.
Molly
yeah,
Candy.
I think
That was different. Girl.
Okay.
And I never lived in the same place with Candy, but all I know about Candy is, other than she is probably the most dedicated player over the years that is female, she puts RX in her name, and I know that she's a nurse or she of some sort. So
yeah. I checked with her on Discord a couple of years ago. We were going to try and have her on as a guest. Some people are shy about this. You know, they don't like to hear their voice. They're afraid of what they're going to sound like. They don't think their English is good enough. Other people have told us that it's very difficult to play and talk at the same time. So they felt that distracted them. And I totally get all that.
The nature of gamers, they like to be able to kind of be role playing in a way that like they can feel relaxed, because they like some people that are like kind of shy in group situations. In reality, video games give you a chance to kind of role play in a way that you can feel very comfortable, because no one's going to judge you or anything like that.
Oh yeah, my wife will tell you I'm the quietest guy she knows. Normally, it's just when I get on these games. She's laughing right now at me. Yeah, but no, I get it. I believe I am a very shy person, believe it or not. But I enjoy. Well, I enjoy doing silly things, teaching, acting, coaching, and broadcasting these silly games. So, growing up and with my friends, and now with my brother-in-law and my nephews, talking during the games, whatever the game is, tennis, ping pong, corn toss, badminton, volleyball, whatever we're doing, we are always doing play-by-play while we play. It's it's just what we do. All right, this one's going through your forehand. Here comes a top spin. This one's hard. Get ready. Like we just that's natural.
It really magnifies it, adds to it totally. It actually makes me think I should get like kind of an automated mic option. But there's just a lot of I have to make sure there's a lot of good mod tools because you get falls so easily. But like you get to have like a friends list, and that you say I only want to hear from people I know, or people level or team or whatever.
Yeah. All right. War Tanks giving a compliment. Thanks, War Tanks.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, that's just that is my natural nature. It's my nature. I prefer to hang out in the back somewhere and not be noticed. But it's kind of hard to do that. It's good. Kind of hard to do that in a game, and if you're playing, and all that.
Oh yeah, and it's great to be able to coordinate, without having to like type to be the kid.
Well, yeah, SDB and Matt are really good at that. They were hosting a show for a while. I think they were doing the Motor Wars broadcasts, so to speak, or live stream. Oops, I got booted again. I didn't see where that thing was. Maybe I can get back in. Nope, guess I can't. Took my spot. Boy, it's been tough today. I've never had these problems.
Let's see what could it be. Yeah, the server that's booting is the same as always, so it wouldn't be the server, but yeah, it could just be every now and then in your area, or there's a lot of area between servers. A lot of things that could happen in between that could just be bad luck.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Eki goes through it a lot. He gets booted quite a bit, I know.
There are things they could do to mitigate that. It's like if you're getting booted, then there's a lot of optimizations that could happen. Like tanks far away from you you don't need to know every quarter of a second what's exactly going on with that tank. So that's something I could optimize.
Well, I like watching the map in the distance best as I can, so you can anticipate where guys are, how to avoid them if they're trying to set you up, like somebody we know by the name of Andrew, who shall remain nameless.
Yeah.
He has blindsided people since the beginning of time, I think.
Yeah, he's probably my longest term player of them all. He talked about playing my games that are beyond mind memory. What? I made that, didn't I?
Well, when he showed up, I remember what the outcry. Nobody could believe how good this kid was, and he said, "Yeah, I'm just a kid," and I remember him pleading almost, because we would talk, and he'd say, he'd ask me, Outpost, do you think I'm cheating? I'm like, how would I know? Dude, you're so freaking good. How can it be? You're level 20. You're blowing up my 150 tank like it's nothing. Like I had no idea about anything. We're in a new room?
Yeah, we're making a new room to get you back
yes.
in.
Okay, so I had no idea about any of this stuff. Pings and FPS and hacks, like there's bots. You can actually get bots. That's what I hear. All this stuff. I'm like, all I know is, wow, I have no chance against this kid, and he came out of nowhere. So as you play more, you begin to learn more about how it really works, and I'm just I'm so impressed by his skill level, or anybody who's that good. I set up the room, fellas. So this will probably be our last go round, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, he is, and that explains why, because he's been doing these games since he was a kid.
Back when his brain was learning language, and if you can get your brain to start wrapping around a video game, your brain is basically still developing, and you're learning language. There will never be an adult that will be able to compete with that.
Yeah. So I don't feel so bad. Thanks for that, Shade.
Yeah, don't feel bad. It's like try to pick up the violin.
Yeah.
And it's you never played before.
But yet, as a teacher, and I taught in the class for 30 years. As a teacher, you get in there and you hear all these legendary stories about how good the kids are on the tech. You have to include tech in your lessons, blah, 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 blah. And then you get, Mister, I didn't save the English paper. What do you mean you forgot to save? I forgot to hit save. No, you didn't. You didn't do it, and you wanted to make that up as an excuse. They suddenly they become tech illiterate when the money's up, it's pay time, show time. So it's just funny. But yes, I think that's true. It's a very good analogy to the instrument. I taught myself piano starting late, 21, 22. So I'll never be as adept as a as a natural or somebody who started practicing when they were 4 or 5 years old. But you can still enjoy it, which is what we all definitely do in the game. We may not be on Andrew's level, but it's something to aspire to.
Yeah. What instruments have you? Are your main instruments musical?
It's just the piano.
Okay.
Fussed, I
Yeah.
fussed
Same.
around a
Same
little bit
here.
on the guitar, but yeah, I love the piano the best. It's it's beautiful. I have a keyboard. It's a nice keyboard. My one nephew has a piano, so I
Is it like
enjoy.
a clavinova
Mine
keyboard?
is a Roland EP FP7. I had an
Ah,
EP7 and now I have an FP7. It's really nice. It's weighted keys, all tons
nice.
of options with the sound effects, et cetera, et cetera. But
Yeah.
I enjoy the pure piano sound more than anything. Um,
Awesome.
I
Yeah,
love.
me too. I fell in love with it. For I couldn't do anything else but
You play
like
piano.
15
You
years.
play piano as well.
Yeah, I went through the classical music circuit. I went to San Francisco Conservatory of
Wow.
Music, and I was gonna try to be a concert pianist until I found
Wow.
out how much work it would really take to be
Oh
realistically
yeah,
making a
that,
living.
yeah, it's
um,
crazy amount of work. I'm happy
yeah,
playing. I play New Order, David Bowie, some Springsteen, Christmas songs. Well, I like the pop music stuff.
awesome.
Alternative music more than anything. I do get into some classical pieces. They're very difficult for me to truly learn. I love playing them, but they're really hard for me to learn to master. I can play them, but it's hard to master.
It's
So,
just an incredible amount of work, but like somehow I was able to. It's like one of the few things that I can on constantly and not get bored. And there's like only 2 or 3 things like that. And so I was like, okay, I should be a pianist. And then video games came around, the Xbox came around, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And I kind of wanted to spread out and do other arts because I love all the art forms, and video games kind of encompass all of them.
yeah. Yeah, well, it's a different language, that's for sure. Learn the coding
Yeah,
is
you get to
another
do
that's confused me.
it involves like visual, audio. Some video games
Yeah,
involve story and characters, and yeah.
yeah, I can see that. Well, and hence your point about the younger you start with that sort of thing, the better adapted you'll get to it.
Oh, yeah.
But playing it, Robot, you don't play any instruments, or did you? I don't remember.
No, no, I don't.
He plays music though. He likes music.
Ah,
Awesome. Yeah. I love all forms of music.
War Tanks is a highly skilled violin player. Um,
Oh,
if you look on his
awesome.
profile, we've talked a little bit
Okay.
about that. I
Maybe
mean, he's in
I'll write a
competition
duet.
and the whole thing. You're gonna write a duet, a war tanks theme. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I love like meeting musicians, play violin, and I could play a piano or something, and then write something. I did that with my sister. My sister learned like 3 different instruments, so for each one, I wrote like a duet for us to
Yeah,
play.
that's cool. That is really cool.
So, yeah, I've always been like I want to be the one kind of making the thing. So I was very involved in music composition, and with video games, the coding way captured me the most, my interest the most. So, like
Because you're creating it, right?
the way the tanks behave in this game, I was obsessed with that. So, like the behavior of the vehicles and how they feel. Uh, that was a really big part of.
Oh, my
what
behavior's
kept me
been
interested.
awful on here. Anybody can tell you that. I don't know about Robot, but he knows all about my behavior.
Mine is just running into things. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things that I appreciate about it is they, that once I got over the bouncy flying abilities of it, it is realistic. Yeah. Oh, we had Crescendo on the one time or two times, one time or two times. I can't remember, Robert, once or twice. Anyway, he's also a musician. He is he's in an orchestra, not
Wow.
professional, but he has a regular job. But he's a highly he plays oh, I can't think of the name of it right now. It's a large horn. It's not a tuba,
Trombone,
not the
uh,
trombone, not a
tuba.
French horn. It's close to the French horn, but it's not the
Oh,
French horn.
okay.
Anyway,
Yeah,
he's
one of
a
those.
highly skilled musician as well.
Awesome.
But he was actually served in the Netherlands Army and in a tank,
Wow.
which I thought
That,
was fascinating. But I missed that during when I was going back and listening to the broadcast. I heard him say that, and I missed that during the conversation. So I haven't had a chance to follow up with him. We haven't gotten him back on to touch base on that. But I would think that would be interesting to see how his perception of how the tanks handle compared to how
yeah.
they really handle. I'm sure there's going to be something
Well, I mean,
familiar
these
about
are ridiculous. They're ridiculous by design, I would say. I wanted them to feel heavy, yet just really ridiculously versatile. So, give it as much control. I just love having a lot of tanks can jump, and like, I try it without jumping, and I'm like, no, they have to jump.
it.
And they have
Well,
to
they
fly
jump.
in the air when I hit shift. There's no other way around it.
Now, you
Uh,
had a lot of input from some of the early players on the development of the evolution of the game, correct?
yeah, especially Tank Off 2. The first one was completely me, but then in Tank Off 2, there's a lot of people had just lots and lots of feedback and input, and a lot of debates about, like, for example, the retroaction of the turret when you shoot. Should it be that you can gain speed that way by flipping the turret?
Oh, I remember that. Yes, I was not a fan
So
of that. I wasn't
what
a
I
fan of
was
the reverse
thinking
shooting,
originally
but
is that it should slow you down because like it would be like trade-off where if you're shooting a lot, you're going to slow down a little bit if you shoot. I thought that would be an interesting consideration in this strategy. Add like another kind of layer there. But
yeah,
yeah, the fact that you could turn the turret so fast if you right-click, then it was kind of like exploit.
yes, exactly.
My feeling is that if high level gameplay looks like ridiculous and it looks like someone is just exploiting the game, then that kind of reflects on me as a developer as like kind of missing. So
So, War Tanks asked the question here in the chat: which game of your games do you like the most?
of mine,
Yes.
oh, what? So, gosh, oh, jeez. I've always, I refer to Tank Off actually the most. If I want to show, like, okay, here's what I think I'm of kind of act sportish and stuff. I think it's probably the most refined. Uh, there is the Motor Wars is probably the second one. I like that there's asymmetry in Motor Wars. You have like you even have like aircraft in Motor Wars if you get high enough level. They're kind of weak though by design because fair, but there's gigantic fucking like monster trucks and very small vehicles, heavy vehicles. So that was interesting, but there's also an appeal to when the behavior of your the vehicles are kind of evened out and predictable across the board. Like there's no
Gotcha.
tank that can shoot like a machine gun at you.
Right,
There's
right.
consistency to it, and so I can see how that lends itself a lot better to there's enough symmetry and predictability that it can be more esport like.
I agree. I think each tank has its own attributes. Some people like certain tanks. I used to be all about the Abrams, but then a couple of, I don't know, it's been over a year. Andro was playing around with the Panzer here in the military base and commenting on how much fun it is, and everybody said you can't play with the Panzer in the military base, and blah blah blah. And he of course, being Andro, showed everybody wrong. And I was trying to adjust to the new computer and my new ability to not get frustrated by lag because of my
Oh,
you know
yeah, you're far from the
game.
server.
Well, it's more the what's the thing that the Dell has that the Macs
frame
don't
rate?
have. It's the gaming
graphics
chip
card.
or whatever is better.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
the gaming
GPUs.
card. Right,
Yes.
it's much better in a Dell, even though it's not a top end Dell. But it's way better performance than the Mac.
Yeah.
Way better. Once I got this computer, the performance went up so much. So now I'm thinking, well, I'll give that a shot. And now I play with it almost exclusively.
Oh, cool.
Here I am in a little.
The Panzer probably is probably the most demanding on the computer. Actually, it is every what is it? On every there's a certain kind of shock. I'm trying to remember what it is, but there's twice as much physics calculations going on in the Panzer.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Makes it even more
Similarly,
appealing.
though, the first tank you end up with those flappy things. I guess they're guards. For
I call that the
for
trilobite tank. The T90.
yeah.
I call that the trilobite tank. It looks like a little trilobite. It's got the flappy stuff. It's mud muncher. It's low to the ground. It doesn't go anywhere.
I love getting under the big Abrams and just blasting that in a way is my favorite tank.
Well, Fatumba makes that thing such a weapon. He launches himself out of the base and dives under you, burrows under you with this little trilobite tank, and boom, up in the air you go, and he picks you to pieces, and you're left with nothing. You're shredded.
I just saw a good old bad robot. It's a sneak. Yeah, you flipped his belly up and got him right in the center. That's it. Because the damage is relative center of gravity of the tank, and the distance the blast happens from the center is the amount of damage. And I thought, oh, is that realistic or whatever? I think that it turned out to be it's the consistency that mattered. So I kept it that way. Even though if you shot your cannon like right between the top, I don't know, forget what that's called, the turret lid thing, and the bottom, the chases of the tank, that's probably the best place to, in a real war, to try to like shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Here it's like the belly, the underbelly.
Right. Well, it's the soft underbelly of the tanks.
Yeah.
So we're winding down here. I don't even know how many games we've played here.
Oh yeah,
this will be the last.
I'll probably need to go. But the fun fact is that flag was designed and modeled by I was playing earlier. So
what was? I'm sorry, I missed that. Who was it modeled by?
Oh, Jenny. So Jenny Nexus, the server. Yeah, she made the flag, and I was like, yeah, the flag is the most, it's the MacGuffin, that it's all about the flag. So I was happy to give her that pride.
Plug. Yes, that plug. Excellent. Well, we're in the lobby now.
Yeah.
We have wrapped things up on the battlefield.
That was excellent.
Games were won, games were lost, teams played, players were there. I really had no idea who was there.
Kicked left and right.
Yeah.
but we had a good time, that's for sure.
Definitely excellent time.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
It was
Oh,
really
yeah.
great having you on. Hopefully we can do this again. Please feel free to just say, "Hey, I have a few minutes. I can jump in," or whatever. We had a great time talking to you.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah. We
I'll do it again.
are very, very honored to have Shade, creator of the game, on with us today. Special broadcast. Thank you to all the guys that were able to make it and join in the fun. I did see a bunch of guys, I kind of did, but I have no idea how anything was being played.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can't single out anybody for great action. It was just it was a blur because I was really just chatting away. But
Yeah.
thanks, fellas, for joining us. And yeah.
Yeah, it was real fun. Yeah. I better get back to working on the servers.
Okay. All right.
Thank you,
So
Shade.
gonna say goodbye to the recording now. So see you later, guys.